So, folks, you guys remember how I've been talking about how there's been like a suspiciously fast turnaround on a lot of these large reports that the Trump administration has been putting out? Like, we know that they're slashing the government budgets, and we know that they're firing tens of thousands of people, and they're trying to purge the government. And it just seems kind of weird that somehow they're able to pull, hundreds of pages of information out of their ass, seemingly at will. And, that got me thinking, hey, that seems like they're probably using AI to write this shit, because also there seem to be things that are just like kind of incorrect or lazy, or they're untitled, or like people aren't like putting their names on it. Very, very odd sequence of events, but I don't have any definitive proof on that. Well, I think the proof just got a lot better, specifically because people today have been pointing out, how like AI hallucinates, and instead of like actually getting actual information, it just provides an explanation that sounds reasonable. We've been talking about AI hallucinations lately. So basically, AI will lie to you. It will lie to you and provide you something that seems like it is correct, despite the fact that it is absolutely not correct whatsoever. And one of the ways that it can do this, if you have it, say, write a research paper, is that it will write the research paper, and then it will come up with the citations, right? Except that those citations won't be real. They won't actually connect to real-world information. It just makes up data. And, an interesting thing came to light yesterday. The Make America Healthy Again report cites studies that don't exist. And that's after the listed authors were contacted by reporters to talk to them about it. Because the authors of these studies are real people, but the studies being cited in Make America Healthy Again are not real studies. So, very interesting stuff happening here. Let's just take a look here. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. says his Make America Healthy Again Commission report harnesses gold standard science, citing more than 500 studies and other sources to back up its claims. Those citations, though, are rife with errors, from broken links to misstated conclusions. 7 of the cited sources don't appear to exist at all. Are all the authors real? Nope. So, like, understand when we're talking about this, and I'm saying, like, this seems like it's AI. There's a decent chance here that it could, in fact, be AI. And I wanted to share this with you. The press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, was asked point blank by reporters, hey, is this AI? Like, did you use AI to write this report? And she, maybe a bit too fast, said, no comment. I'm choosing to respond to this information by laughing because the alternative, allowing myself to be overcome by crippling anxiety, would be unproductive and unpleasant. Yes. I just have to say, I am 99% certain that this is, like everything they're doing in this administration is just AI bullshit.
The whole backstory of Saruman's death, where he explains to Peter Jackson that Jackson doesn't understand stabbing, is amazing.
Oh yeah, no, I fucking love Ian McKellen, right? Like I love that he, for those who don't know, is a badass, and so is the actor who played Saruman, and his name is fucking escaping me right now, but also a badass. Yeah, Christopher Lee. I'm sorry. I've filled my head with politics knowledge, and now I have to access the Star Wars and Lord of the Rings knowledge portion of my brain, and they are typically separate. But Christopher Lee was, I think, in the SAS, and has killed a lot of people, and then explained to Peter Jackson how it would actually sound to get stabbed in the back. The OSS? There we go. Saruman wasn't the Obi-Wan. He was he was Count Dooku. Didn't he kill Nazis? Yup. Well, that was a big divergence. For those who are confused, we just talked about how Ian McClellan is putting on an all-trans production of 12th Night. So now you all viewing on the YouTube understand, and you should like, comment, and subscribe. But let's finish up this segment, okay? So almost certainly the Trump administration is writing AI bullshit left and right. Like these people are lazy. These people are desperate. These people are genuinely incurious dipshits who don't know anything about anything. And so when they type prompts into ChatGPT and have it spawn like an entire 500-page essay, they're just like, yep, that looks good. And then they go about their business and they put it out to the public. Okay? They don't care enough to actually check the output, which is the thing. You have to check the output if you're using AI. And checking the output, by the way, basically makes the entire process of using AI pointless as fuck. So you should probably stop using it if you do use it, because otherwise you're just constantly shitting out things that are wrong and you're putting your name on it. Why would you do that? Have some goddamn self-respect.
You could have said Christopher Lee was in the OSI and had fought in the Pyramid Wars, and I'd have believed you.
Not only did he fight in the Pyramid Wars, he also fought in the Rectangle Wars and the Pentagon Wars, okay? It was completely off topic. It was indeed. Anyway, just understand that any paperwork that this administration puts out, it's basically guaranteed to be bullshit. At this point, right? Like, at this point, we all know we're dealing with a hostile administration that is dedicated to lying to us. And we need to maybe be more proactive at rejecting technology that will similarly lie to us, And I know that seems like a pretty... of course we should. Of course we should, avoid that. Of course we should stop using technology that does that. And I just want to throw out there one additional thing here. Courtesy of Blood in the Machine, which is a really great publication that I've been enjoying. But basically, OpenAI is looking to build an always-on AI, a piece of AI hardware. And ideally, what they're trying to do is create like a wearable piece of like aesthetically pleasing AI technology that can like have a always on microphone and camera that then connects to your phone. And I just have to say, like, genuinely, if you see someone wearing this, your opinion of them should go like lower than hell. Okay? Genuinely, you should look at that person as if they are trying to spy on you and take your identity. Okay? Like, if they come to you and they're like, they arrive at your party and they're like, look at this cool thing I got, you can be like, okay, you can take that off and bring it back to your car. It's not coming in my house. Okay? So, like, I think that's, like, kind of where we have to draw a line here. Because we already get spied on in so many different ways. But this is, like, beyond the pale. Yeah, Microsoft is looking to deploy a similar technology for Windows, and genuinely, if that happens, I will burn all of Windows off of my computers. I will burn the technology. Wait, what is it? So none of the designs have been put out yet. However, there's apparently a guy in the AI space who's called Ben Geskin, who made an AI-generated mock-up of what it might look like. Because, again, from the idea that one of the ideas OpenAI is pursuing is something you wear around your neck, and then you just have, like, this little camera that lives in your heart spying on you. Then this is what Ben Geskin came up with. And it's just like, genuinely, if I ever see anyone with something like this, they're not allowed in my home. They're not allowed, like, to, like, have a conversation with me. Like, I'm straight up, like, Amish shunning a bitch, Just straight up. You get the full back turn, and silent treatment. Like, fuck that. Yeah, Windows Recall, like, genuinely, I don't know anyone that wants Windows Recall. Windows Recall seems like such a bad move. Like, I genuinely, like, companies that use Windows should immediately ditch that shit. Maybe Frank Herbert was right with the whole crusade against thinking machines. Genuinely, the thing about it is, genuinely, we're in a really good position to win a Butlerian jihad right now. Okay, look, I'm just throwing it out there. They have created the worst, buildings on the planet.
If the left ever is able to run for power again, I'm requiring ban AI to vote for them.
Absolutely. Or at the very least, like, there needs to be clear terms, limitations, whatever. Like, I think that there are some things that we call AI that are genuinely useful, like protein sequencing or whatever, but like genuinely this large language model bullshit, this like, hoovering up of all data on the internet, that we don't need that in order to do those other interesting things. I feel kind of bad because I have to use Mac and Windows because I make music and the music software on Linux isn't as good. I think Linux is neat though. I mean, I'm just going to find, I don't care what it is. Like if I have to switch over to Mac or something, I'll do it. I won't be super happy about it, but like I can't in good conscience use something that's going to be spying on me, which is effectively what Windows Recall is. Also, Sake Tanuki, thank you for the 2 tier 1 subs and the 2 tier 1 subs. I'm just like throwing out there that there's a certain level of like privacy I'm not willing to like give up to these companies. Doesn't AI inherently steal intellectual property? I mean, the way that the big AI corps use them, absolutely. The battle's already over. Jesus, what a bunch of quitters. Like, oh, the battle's already over. It's not like we've constructed a bunch of very obvious weak points in how AI is run. It's already over. Yeah, Windows Recall. Jason Kelly has a good summary of Windows Recall. Basically, it's Windows using the Copilot AI bot to screenshot your computer every minute, save them along with all key inputs, and then training a large language model on all of that data. And then you can search your entire use history of a Windows product. What the actual fuck? Fuck that? Yeah, no, it's not good. Can't you just disable Copilot? Not really. That has to die? Absolutely. Hahaha, no thank you. Exactly. You guys now understand my position of like, if this ever enters my personal sphere, I will do everything I can to burn it off of whatever machine it's on. As far as I'm concerned, it's like the thing coming and starting to live in your house. I've heard that Linux has gotten a lot better and more user-friendly. So, like Salmon Moose says, yeah, like I'm actually good with AI and that shit is not good. Yep. Turtle Chum.
Time to learn Linux.
Thank you for the $10 dono. Very, very much appreciated. And noted. Windows sucks ass now. It really does. Like on my... Not so much on this computer, which has an older version of Windows installed. This one, I think, is still Windows 11. Or maybe Windows 10. I think this one's still Windows 10. My other one has the newer version of Windows on it, and it has a memory leak issue that is so severe I need to periodically restart. And if I accidentally do my stream while that memory issue is on, it like the stream gets really shitty. I have to like stop and restart.
They lied to us about .com. They lied to us about crypto. They lied to us about NFTs. They lied to us about electric cars. But they're definitely good with AI.
Sake Tanuki, thank you for the 2 tier 1 subs. Absolutely. Yeah, that the AI bubble will never burst. It will just keep getting bigger and bigger. Chat, haha. In 2 years, you're gonna have robo-maids, robo-bang maids. That's right, everyone. Don't you want to make $1 bajillion on robo-bang maids? That's why you should give me, Riverboat Jack, $10 billion. And I will make the robo-bang maid of your dreams. That's my pitch to venture capitalists. And genuinely, if I had a PowerPoint, that might be enough to get me $10 billion. Like where we are in the bubble right now, like genuinely, there's like a decent chance you could roll into a coked up board meeting and they would just be like throwing money at you. Okay. What about a robot bang butler? See, this is the kind of innovation that Riverboat Enterprises can bring to the AI space. A robo-bang maid and a robo-bang butler on every street corner. If AI bros wanted my money, they'd promise me data from TNG in 5 years. If I had 10 billion, I would give it to Jack, because then maybe Jack could turn the country around. I'm not gonna lie, I would just give all that money away to end world hunger, because apparently, per the plan the UN provided Elon Musk, it would only cost like $10 billion to end world hunger, and that seems like a real deal to me.
Shish, it's actually 10 billion. The dono gears are just a bit rusty. Anyway, give me my robot Bara Bearsona maid.
Jazz Dog, thank you for the $10 dono. I very, very much appreciate that. and the segment is going on too long, but I just want you all to know I'm rapidly being radicalized towards the position of just burn it with fire whenever we're talking about AI technology. Like, I don't see how it helps me. I don't see how it helps anyone else. And genuinely, I think it's destroying the ability for people to engage in critical thinking in a way that is deeply, deeply, deeply in opposition to a harmonious society. Like, I think people need to be able to learn critical thinking. And part of that is on our education system. And another part of that is just on the fact that we have now devices on our phones that can just like give us misinfo instead of relying on our own brains to give us misinfo. Like there's accountability in a human mind. There's no accountability in a product that has been packaged to like feed you what you want to hear.
Riverboat Jack is coming to town. All the viewers gather around. Twitch and YouTube is where she streams. All that content is bursting the seams. Politics, gaming, plenty more. Her sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop aboard. We're going straight to Jack's Discord.